let's get started. Hello, comrades. Let me just make sure this is working. Hello, comrades, and welcome to another episode of Under Construction. I'm your host. I just forgot my name. I was gonna say, I think the Ellis? I don't know, something. Uh, I'm Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. I am Admiral Ellis, it says that on the tin. Today, of course, we're back in Tolbrand, as we are every other week, despite my desire to play XCOM and or Minecraft. But, look how well this lines up. It's like it would have crossed. We're not going to keep that, but that's sort of a fake out, right? It makes you think that it would have done that. I would say maybe once upon a time it did, but who would build a railroad like this? Sorry. Hello, Mew. I'm already having dry throat. We've just started. I have water. And before we start, of course, we have to not play a little Tetris. This is going to be a cool looking area, I think. I'm very happy with the way this is turning out. I mean, obviously, we don't really have much of it, but I'm happy with how it's turning out. So let's put this on, and see what we can do in the world of not Tetris. And I've already screwed it up. Let's put this guy here. There's got to be techniques that I don't understand, right? Like there's got to be. I did play Sand Tetris once. There's got to be something to this game that I don't get. I feel like I should play it more than once though. It was pretty neat. I was very not good at it. I think that was my only problem with it, was that I sucked. But you know, such is life. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this going as long as we can. This is not good. I need to do like a T-spin to get this in there. Oh no, that's very not good. Right, hold on, let me. Gotcha. Could have done like a kick flip. The Tetris equivalent of a kick flip, which I guess is really just a T-spin. I don't totally understand what a T-spin is or how you would execute a T-spin, or like the advantages of it. I don't know enough about Tetris. I know that Tetris itself has been kind of a big deal. It's been in the news lately. It's been, you know, people have quote unquote beaten Tetris, that sort of thing. Hello, Sherry Dunbar. But I don't know enough about Tetris. I know some people who are really, really big into Tetris, so I should have like, well, I know one person in particular. It was a friend of mine from college, who was very, very big into Tetris, and I feel like I should ask. You know, if we manage to get together and have a conversation. I haven't talked to her in years, but every time we text, it's, oh, we should get together and catch up. Yeah, I totally agree. We're just both too damn busy for this. Anyway. Apparently there's a Tetris movie about the story of the guy who made the game. That's interesting. I don't doubt that. A movie that I've always heard about, that I've never really wanted to watch so much, but that I am aware of, and I find the concept of it interesting. A movie called The King of Kong, about the high score in Donkey Kong. And it was just something that, like, was brought up on a podcast that I listened to, and the way they described it, like, they were very excited about this movie. Or at least they were praising it, you know? Okay. This is actually not going well. Oh, and apparently TJ has seen it. Yeah, I've heard good things. Studied it in high school film theory. Oh, that's kind of fascinating. Now I realize how long ago that me listening to that podcast was. It's something that it's lived in the back of my mind for so long. It's been so long. Hello, Stellar. Alright, let's put this over here. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this other one. Maybe, no, that's not great. Let's just put it there. That's really not a good spot to put it. Let's do a T-spin. That's probably what a T-spin is. This got to be like I need an hour and a half long video essay on like when to use certain Tetris pieces and like the strategy that the best Tetris players have and things like that. I'm sure that exists. It's just going to get served to me at some point. Maybe I should just talk about Tetris a lot around my Alexa, and we'll see what comes of it. We'll see what my YouTube recommendations turn into. All right, there we go. There we go. There. Okay. This can go right there. I feel like this is going fairly well overall. I'm not actually, we're not like in high score range by any stretch of the imagination, but okay, notice when we get one line, it's 64 points. When we get two, I bet it's sort of multiplicative. I've never really paid attention to that before, but I've never really tried to go for a high score. I've just tried to stay alive for as long as I can. At some point, we're going to have to, at some point, if we're going to beat our high scores, we're going to have to start looking for how to do, figure out how the best way to get a high score is. I'm sure it's very similar to regular Tetris. But of course, this is not Tetris. Okay, let's... Yeah, see, 192, which is more than 64 times 2, importantly. It's more than 2 stacks. I know there's an entire generation of people whose understanding of numbers, whose understanding of the 8 tables specifically is, like, unusually good, at least all the way up to 64. The people that have played Minecraft too much, I am one of those people. Like I said 10 minutes ago, I would like to play Minecraft more. I want to hop on the modded server we've got on the Discord and just continue draining the nether. Need to find some firestone, need to play some railcraft, need to build my train line once I've got the power to run the rock crusher. I almost called it the atom smasher. Oh, look, we're gonna get... Oh, never mind, 2 at once. Okay. I wonder if getting... I assume the game checks for... Okay, yeah, it does. It checks for... No, wait, that doesn't answer my question. Checks for additional lines to clear once you've landed a piece when there's a line that's already clearable. I wonder. I would assume that's a thing. It would make sense to me that that is a thing, but it just comes down to how they coded it. Not that I know a damn thing about coding, but, I can understand nested if-then statements. Right, it's level 4. Something... Hey, Dragon. Something that we don't have in this version of Tetris that I realize kind of bugs me is the stick a piece in the piece, like, keep a piece spot. Now that adds another layer of strategy to Tetris that I do not understand and I've never tried to figure out. However, I am, I wish we had it. And Dragon asks a very important question. What are we doing today? So, after we're done with Not Tetris, I think I'm going to try to get... It's a tough call, because it's either more scenery or more track work. And I mean, scenery is a broad term, but more of the scenery between the Road River and where we are now. But the thing that we really have to do, the thing that is sort of like in the back of my mind, by the scenery I mean the farms. Yes, baby. Okay. Oh, the pasta's done? Okay, that was fast. I was gonna postpone this until I was done with pasta, but part of me wanted to just get it done with and eat afterward, but now the more that I smell the food, the hungrier I get, but I didn't want to pause the stream to eat, yada yada yada. We just started. Why would I pause it? But we've been late starting like every week for months. It's getting on my nerves, my own decisions. I know. Oh, what is the oh no consequences? So yeah, I want to get the scenery done, but the thing that I really need to get done is I need to take all of the. This is bad. This is bad. I'm panicking. I'm losing it. Need to take all of the new commodities and cars that we figured out and put them into the spreadsheet. So, you know, uh, and while you were gone, Dragon, it was a lot of the same. We did a lot of road network stuff. I don't think you've been around for the road sort of upgrade program. That has been one of the biggest things lately. Oh God. Oh God. No, 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 no. No, don't lose it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Oh, 44,000. Is that a new score? No. Our lowest score is 4,900. How did I manage that? We need to get good. Doesn't help that I'm only playing it once a week. Anyway. Alright. The stream officially starts now. Road upgrade. No, no, no. Have you guys been doing scripting? No. This is what I mean by the road upgrade. So instead of having these guys everywhere, I have been slowly changing them to the macadam roads and these roads, depending on where they are, depending on what their purpose is. Um, just sort of going off of vibes and a general thought process about, okay, these roads would have been this, these roads would have been this. Most of the main roads are asphalt. Most of the side roads are macadam. And that's kind of it. I mean, but the road stuff I'm not really interested in doing today. What I want to do today is I want to fill in a couple more of these fields. Morning, evening, night, whatever time it is. I've been bounty hunting in Elite Dangerous for the past week. That's cool. I haven't played Elite in a while. I missed that game. That's a very good game. Let me grab. Okay, so we need to put something in this. Let's do something fairly typical, I suppose. Let's do ow, my neck. This one. So, and if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah, so we need to get this scenery done. How many trains are on this route? Oh God, dozens? It's a busy route, although I am kind of fed up with waiting on the AI to get better, and part of me, like, the more I wait, the more I want to nuke the AI again and start over. I'm not, like, excited to do that, but it's something that gets more and more tempting by the day, especially because I would like to be able to hop around. I'd like to be able to hop on, and I'd like to be able to run trains around, and I'd like to be able to do iPortaling and stuff like that with this, with the folks in the Discord, which we haven't done iPortaling in a little while, but it was a lot of fun, and it was a lot of fun, and the fact that iPortals sort of queue up trains, like if people send you trains, if you're not online right then, they'll just show up the next time you're online, which I think is great. Yes, everybody has to have the same assets, but that's, as long as everybody's using DLS stuff, it's not a terrible problem. I wish that iPortaling had more support in that, you know, it would download stuff from the DLS if it didn't have it, and then all you would have to do is make sure you're sending DLS stuff and, you know, whatever. Because, and it would just work. Because lately, or, you know, those times that we've done iPortaling, it's been, it's like the most reliable locomotives to send have been the K&L stuff. Because we all definitely have those. Or, you know, a lot of people definitely have them, and it's not a question of version or anything like that. It just works. I do use the C41 engine. Yeah, the C41 has been in Trainz for so long. I think I was in 06. Also, don't roads near farmland have ditches, or only around my area? No, they do. I'm just not that's an extra layer that I'm not going to deal with. The large dirt edges, those are gonna those the that there are ditches in those. Pretend there are ditches. Use your imagination. Um, Doing the terrain modification for little ditches through everything is it would be a supreme extra headache that oops, that I'm not exactly jazzed about the prospect of doing, because it's just, if I wanted to get that fine with terrain manipulation, what I would probably want to do is I would probably want to bring this into the new terrain, the HD terrain, so that you could get that fine detail, that fine adjustment. And not only does that make the route a lot heavier to run, it just adds, it adds a lot of time, a lot of fiddling to get those ditches right. Um, so, don't be a little ditch about it. Okay, what do we need? Let's see. I should have said something more along the lines of, I hope no one is a little bitch about it. Okay, let's do this. Let's just do, like, increasing shades of green. This is really all we have to do. The hardest part is figuring out, okay, do I want, what kind of thing do I want? And you know what, let's turn this, no, let's not. I take that back. Because of the way the road is, you're going to want it to be like this. Oops. Yeah, so let's have a slightly diagonal field just to annoy all the OCD people. Yeah, Tolbrand is a map where there's going to be plenty of imagination to go around. Aren't there more farmland brushes, or do you only like these? So, here's the thing. There are a lot of different farmland brushes. The tiling is worse on some than others. The ones that I use, I have done a little bit of sort of trolling through and handpicking so that I don't have to worry about the tiling being apparent. So, like, if we look at this is not even that bad, but you can see how it's like dark light, dark light, dark light, dark light. There are these clear sort of strips. You can tell where the tile is. So the ones that I'm using are ones that I like the look of. That the tiling is pretty darn seamless. Like, you can still see there are like little sort of white dots or lighter dots that mark out where the tiling is, but it is relatively seamless. It's a relatively clean look. It doesn't hurt the eyes, or my eyes anyway. Okay, so let's do this. Do that. Let's get the corner in nice. And let's pull this in here. God, that chicken parm smells delicious. I don't want to stop the stream to eat, but it smells really, really good. But yeah, the AI right now is, I don't know, it forgot how to flip switches, I think. That they've been messing with it a lot, and honestly, I would probably be happier if I wasn't on a beta version. Things wouldn't be changing, things wouldn't be, it's not like things have gotten better, right? I've been complaining, it seems to get boring after a while. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I mean, that's Fields for you. I too have driven through Indiana. And I have to because the bus lanes are illegal. Anyway, the AI has not gotten better. The UI for the industry selection has not gotten better. There are a lot of cool things that have come in more recent versions of Trainz. I mean, not the least of which being iterative improvements to MPS, and the terrain and steps towards the living railroad that they are working on, which is just super ambitious, if you ask me. I mean, I think it's a really cool idea. I'm all for it, but it's very, very ambitious, um, especially with the state of the AI currently. Um, so yeah, I would probably be happier if I was on an earlier version. But at the very least, I could, get some enjoyment out of this route in the meantime by just gutting the AI again, putting all the engines back in the engine houses and the cars back in the yards, and driving everything myself. Maybe trying to find a standardized setup for track marks and signal names, and well, I have signal names, but a standardized setup for track marks and switch stands and everything like that, and interlocking tower setup. You know, I could really, really find a standard for everything, and that would be something that I would want to do, or I would have the opportunity to do if I did gut the AI and go back to square one. Because then it wouldn't matter if I'm changing switch stand names or changing track mark names or moving things around. Right now, at least if you go back to the last version of the AI that you could get your hands on, if you loaded up this map in base 2022 and not Trainz Plus 2022, it would probably work much better. And the AI would probably do all the stuff that it's coded to do just about. Sadly, it would not do everything because we're not there yet. But yeah, it is not the worst thing in the world. Um, let's see. These fields over here are going to be sort of problematic, I guess. Or well, no, they're going to be very large fields, is what I'm trying to get on. Because hello, KDS. Um, because yeah, I mean, these are sort of reminding me of the fields I was doing back here, right? But these are actually even bigger, or no, they're not bigger. They might be bigger. Who knows how far they extend off where we can see? But the question is, do I break them up? Do I add some lines of trees or what? Part of me wants to put in a new grid in this direction, right? Part of me also wants to sort of bring the hills back in and see about that. Add some circle fields. That would be. I'm was Were the circular fields commonplace in this era? I'm not. I know that they're. You sort of use that center pivot doodad, uh, center pivot thing. Uh, add trees, add decoration. Say, part of me wants to add sort of a line of trees or two. Part of me wants to sort of bring the hills in and add some terrain in this section. Even though that's not really something that we should be doing. Circular fields would become common in the 70s and 80s. Okay. Yeah, so they'd be a little bit out of era. What I want, yeah, no, this is why I should just bite the bullet and be done with it, right? I should just throw down, pick some things, pick some textures, and just go for it, right? Because uh, pivot irrigation doesn't exist yet. Yeah, okay. Um, I should just be throwing down some stuff. I mean, what is this? This looks pretty good. Um, Unless you want to be in a futuristic 1950s. I mean, let's be honest. Futuristic 1950s is the best 1950s. Like retrofuturism. Oh no, I can see the tiling very clearly. What if I? No. Okay. I thought this was a good one, and it's not. Um, Retrofuturism is a great vibe. It's a cool thing. Um, the Yeah, that's very clearly tiling. Is this you? Pretty much. Just a different scale. What's with truly seasonal? This is not as bad. I mean, like, yeah, you know, yeah. Um, Large farmyards would be cool too. Like for by large farmyards, do you mean livestock? Because I would like to do some more livestock. The technology from Fahrenheit 451, yeah. Um, this may be the only field we do with this because the more I place it down, the less I like it. The fields that don't tile well, I don't mind having when they're not up against the track. I don't mind as much. But this is obviously right up against the track, and also it's just not very good. Where's the livestock? We had some grazing fields. Like the fields over here were for grazing, but yeah, honestly, that's probably a good point. I should throw in some big grazing fields in this area, especially because of the fact that this is a cattle. This is a cattle town, right? We have a whatchamacallit, a meat packing plant. So yeah, having some big fields like that would probably not be out of the question. Here's the problem though, is this isn't exactly the locale for it. Like we're gonna get into some plains area. There's gonna be some high desert in this map as well. Not nearby, but it would be a little bit strange. Uh, the livestock is at Cream Daddy's Creamery. Jesus. Um, that was never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna elaborate. I can't take that bait. Mopac, don't do this to me. Um, so cattle and crop farms have huge silo complexes. Yeah, and the I should be adding some more homesteads, some more sets of silos. Um, I mean, we have more silos than you can ask for in this in town over here, but we definitely need more out here. In fact, I might just add like a large homestead with a bunch of silos here, sort of at this intersection, and then maybe make a large sort of pasture area. Because we did have some of that. Route Trainz were building 2004, yeah. Was Surveyor even in '04? I assume it was. I mean, it's something that's so core to Trainz. But anyway. Hello, Bryson. Thought you went to the classics. Yeah, I know. Sadly, no classics. Just good old Tolbrand. Make the cattle far from the town, they stink. Sadly, sometimes you don't have the option. You get that nice cow patty smell wafting across Main Street on a nice hot summer day. I've had to deal with that. Obviously, not in my area, thankfully, for the most part. But when I've been traveling through Pennsylvania and things, you get stopped at a stoplight in the middle of nowhere, and no, you just get to sit and suffer. Okay, let's do this. As someone from the Dallas-Fort Worth, the smell ain't that bad. I think you're just used to it, buddy. I was stopped at a single lane stretch of road on, I think, Highway 681 in the middle of Pennsylvania, waiting to pass this construction site where it was down to one lane, and I could not have my windows up because my AC was not working in that car, and it was the middle of summer, and I think I almost died. Um, I genuinely, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm still alive. Actually, that was in 2017. I might have passed away, and I'm just not. I'm just a ghost right now. Gloria is finding out that I'm a ghost. Okay. I just don't know how to respond to that. It was funny. Also, that's an achievement? Nice. It's an achievement for woohooing a ghost in The Sims. Okay. I've been looking at the achievements for XCOM and just seeing what I can get as I go through. I'm not really much of an achievement hunter. I'm not that good at the game. I'm not that good at games in general. No. uh, there, I like booting up Hearts of Iron with a specific achievement in mind and then getting it. It took me multiple tries to get Northern Lights, and I think I did that before the Scandinavia update came out, which was kind of a pain in the neck. Why is there a black void slowly growing on your camera? Oh, was it Gloria standing next to me? Gloria might be a black void, but they're my black void. Okay, so should I just paint this green and call it a day? Call it a big grazing field, big pasture. I mean, it's got to be nice grass, right? Because sorry, it's got to be nice grass because this is definitely this kind of landscape. This is not, this isn't really prime grazing territory, not because the land isn't good, but because the land is too good. Like, there are areas elsewhere. Could you model a town off of Sikeston, Missouri? Hold on. I don't know where that is or what that looks like. But based on the name, it's going to be like a bigger. This is just a bigger version of Pan Am. Honestly, I could. Okay, so there used to be a railroad that went through the center of town. That explains some things. It's on Route 62. Sikeston, Missouri. The grass looks so tasty. Does the route only take trains from the DLS? I've been trying to stick to trains from the DLS, yeah. The thing is, trains from the DLS are a little bit hit and miss. And like I said, with the iPortaling, there's no guarantee that everyone else is trolling the DLS for random locomotives and cars. So that presents a problem sometimes. When I'm trying to do the iPortaling, I have to like set out, okay, these are the cars that I'm going to send out and send back and forth. People have to know in advance, which I made a spreadsheet for that. There are multiple spreadsheets for the iPortaling well, there's one for the iPortaling shenanigans, and there's one that just keeps track of the cars that I use on this route. And in probably an hour, we're going to be going and digging into that spreadsheet because I need to add a bunch of cars so I can add a bunch of commodities, stuff that we found a couple weeks ago. Now. Say too many times. Too many times. If I was a presidential candidate, they'd make fun of me on the news. Okay, so let's try to do this as delicately as we can with this big brush. These cows are going to just like come out, they're going to walk across the, they're going to bust down the fence, they're going to go across to this this farm, where they're going to eat everything. My quote drawer. Everyone needs a quote drawer. We've got files that are basically a quote drawer. Okay, so let's do this. And that's pretty ugly, but, So I've noticed over here that we need to smooth this out because I can actually see where I was messing around with this. And does that help? Only a little. Let's turn up the sensitivity. I think the U2G is on the DLS. That's something that I should probably pick up because it's a good engine, and it is something that it would help with my variety, right? Any locomotive is a good. Any locomotive that's on the DLS is a good locomotive for me because it helps with the variety. Um, I know we have a handful of Pacifics. We have some consolidations. We have things like that. Um, you should look. You should look that from the tracks. So from here, just see how it looks. It looks. I mean, you can sort of tell that it's raised up just a teensy bit. Um, the town of Missouri called Fordland. What about Fordlandia? I don't know who here watches regular car reviews or RCR stories in particular like I do. I love RCR stories. I feel like I've fallen off on the regular RCR stuff. RCR stories are all fantastic. Um, and I, the Fordlandia one is one that sticks out to me as, yeah, it is in Brazil, uh, as being particularly interesting, right? It's a really neat story. Also colonialism, which is not as neat. Um, so part of me wants to add a little tributary here, and I've been talking about that in the past, right? I've talked about how I wanted to add another river that goes up this way and doesn't go very far. I mean, we've got this one here and this one here. I don't think there's really room for another river. There ain't room in this town for the both of us sort of deal. Um, and it would really sort of F with this. But that means I should probably do some other terrain feature. Which means, let me add like a very subtle rise. Um, and this is not very subtle. This is actually much taller than I had anticipated. But we're just going to do a little bit of extra plateau tool. And we're going to see if we can get it to smooth out and look half decent. We're going to see if we can get it to clean up, Everyone has that one friend that you wonder if they could even put on a suit. Or a nice dress. But then you go to the wedding and they were invited and they cleaned up, you know. I know some people where I genuinely am not sure what they would look like at a wedding. They would look like a catastrophe probably. This isn't actually aimed at anybody in particular. I'm just thinking like we as the Iron Horsemen. I mean, we've pretty much done a wedding. We know how to handle ourselves, but I just feel like there are suit people, right? I had a roommate in college who wore suits like every day of his life. Like he just liked it, He had a bunch of them. And I can never stand up to that. Like I can put on a suit. I can put on a suit and Gloria will tell me that I look really cute or whatever. Or, handsome or whatever the right word is. Well, maybe they'll tell me I look cute. Who cares? Who doesn't want to be cute? And it's like, I can't hold a candle to these people that, like, have a lifetime subscription to the dry cleaner, Uh, there's an old joke, an old one-liner. I guess it's not, I guess it's maybe a two-liner, but it is, this suit says dry clean only, which means it is dirty. Uh, the implication, of course, being, you don't bother to take it to the dry cleaner. And unfortunately, I am guilty of that. I had a suit hanging up that I went, oh, okay, I wore this. I'm going to take it to a dry cleaner. It hung up for like 6 months in my bedroom, and I went, yeah, it's going back in the closet. Like, it's clean now. It's clean by now. It's sat for long enough. I'm going to have to get it properly dry cleaned if I decide to wear it again, because I think the last time I can't remember the last time I wore that one. But like, When we did a wedding, when Mason got married, it was I don't I don't I didn't like dress up. No, because I mean I was a groomsman, so we had like a dress code. I was about to say I didn't bring a suit to West Virginia. Now I remember why. Um, the more you dry clean, the more your soul is empty. Uh, how do you afford so many suits? Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. Well, I assume he was going to RPI. I don't know what his like scholarship status was, but you have to assume that most of the people you're going to run into there are just wealthy. And I mean, a good suit lasts a long damn time. And especially because consider it's multiple pieces, things like that. I mean, you can mix and match. You don't need that many. And I mean, for a guy, you just need like a black top coat, uh, a not a top coat, but the is it called a top coat? I don't know. I don't know if suits that well. Um, but hello, Drusky. Um, whatever. You have the bit that go the vest, right? The suit jacket. There it is. The suit jacket, and then you can change out undershirt. You only need a couple of those. You only need like a black one and a gray one, and maybe a blue one if you're feeling adventurous. Maybe like a different kind of gray. There aren't that many options. You just swap out like undershirts and ties, right? And you have so many options. It's sort of like I'm now imagining like the Rocket League car customization screen with just the two different colors, and one is the tie and one is the undershirt. Um, do women have dress bras? I don't know. I mean, I will ask Gloria, but what I do know is that a lot of dresses sort of have support built in, so you don't need to worry about a bra. Anyway, well, because a lot of dresses are strapless, or I should say, strapless dresses in particular are like this because strapless bras are a pain, um, and they don't necessarily stay up all the time. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on women's fashion. If you want me to get Gloria in here, I can flag them down next time they walk through, and we can talk about fashion. Um, there are people in my life that are far more qualified to talk about any kind of fashion than me. My kind of fashion is jeans and a t-shirt. And not much else. Well, not much, you know what I mean. Not much other variety. Well, I mean, I guess jeans and a t-shirt pretty much covers it. If you don't have much else on, you're not really having that much of a problem. Okay. Should I bring this all the way down to the road? This is going to be area that are trees. Now it sort of looks like a chica. uh, okay. Um, I want to put in some kind of farmstead over here. So let's look at farmhouse. Okay, so we've got a couple of little ones. I mean, if I throw down like a little one, obviously this isn't going to be... This is like a subsistence farming kind of farmhouse. We want something big, right? What are you? Oh, this is the derelict one. Um, is there another one with multiple buildings as you? And I think I actually want to put this like right up on the road. I'll send you some pictures. Listen, if this is still involved in the conversation about bras, I don't need them. Are there F7 units? There are. Actually, I don't think I've put any down, but I should have F7s. My problem is all of my F7s are broken, which is why we haven't done the Iron Horseman Q&A. I have not managed to get my coal in any description fixed. I have E-units, I believe. Uh, no, it's involving something I want you to add to the route. Well, worst case, I mean, I could put it in the ideas doc, but I can't exactly hop to and just throw something down. Um, let's actually move this barn across the street. And then, why do I have two of these? See, the thing with farmsteads like this is you don't often get interconnected buildings, which is something that I like a lot. I like interconnected buildings because I like mill complexes and things like that. So having that just, it makes me happy. Like, it makes me feel warm and fuzzy. There are some F7 units on the DLS. Yeah, I know, somebody was, or E-units, custom E-units were being made as well. And I think I might have those downloaded. Human Rex account at Mallows Bay gave up a 26 that are visible from satellite. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Okay, so... Oh, that was a Barnes & Noble. That's what that was. Okay, what about... I need a barn that is... Oh, I put 28th instead of 29th. Did I? No. What? Can't believe you were doing under construction on February 28th too? Huh? Somebody's having a stroke, and it might be me. The 2nd February... Oh, the 2nd February 28th. I understand. Those are all the IRM barns. Hay barn. Hey, barn. I thought you were trying to write out a date, and I was just so perplexed. Anyway. There's some derelict stuff. I mean, we could throw in another derelict barn in the back here. I could do the classic of put a tree that's growing through it. We got some big doors. That's interesting. And what else I need is I need a silo. So let's throw down some silos. Those are neat. SAP barn. I mean, look at these. This is like a cartoon barn. This is like Home on the Range sort of barn. Hey, baby, the world had a question for you.
What?
Are there dress bras? Is that a thing?
Dress bras?
Dress bra, yeah.
Like.
What's that?
Lafayette. Like a bra, like that you can wear with a dress, like a strapless.
No, because we were talking about I assume, yeah, I mentioned strapless bras. I assume the question was based around like, because we were talking about suits, so like a dressy bra. But I mean, the idea of a bra is people don't see it. So I
mean, unless you incorporate your bra into your outfit. I mean, I've seen people do it.
I would suppose that a dress bra is in fact lingerie. To follow like dress clothes as an idea, but that's not obviously correct. But it sounds like it could be.
Maybe. I don't know. Look up dress bra on the internet.
Yeah. See, look up dress bra in your local Sears
section.
catalog. And imagine suit boxers. It's like the opposite, or it's like fancy lace boxers. Okay, yeah. Shoot, what the hell was I gonna say? I'm thinking of like the tuxedo tux. Yeah, you put the tuxedo tux and the suit boxers on, and you're all set. You are so cool. Um, this is such a good idea. Yeah, we could sell this. Um, okay. So we'll fill in this farmyard here. Found a home. Found a home in the Sears catalog. I have those. Those are the Sears. I can't remember what they were called. Oh, the Sears bungalows. Yeah, sorry, the name is escaping me. I have a bunch of those up in. The tie is on the fly. No, no, the tie is inside. Um, the sorry, the Sears bungalows that you could purchase. I have them up in Lionhead. You could just have them. There. It's a home in a box. I don't see. You can't really go wrong with that. Um, there is Santa Fe F7A and an F7B freight early on the DLS. That's good to know. I haven't really needed more freight engines because I haven't gotten that far in coding the freight. I've needed more passenger stuff because, frankly, passenger service is easier to code and you go through more trains more quickly.
So I looked it up, and dress bra is basically like a strapless bra.
According to the internet, a dress bra is basically just a strapless bra. According to Gloria, according to the internet,
According to, I looked up dress bra in the search bar,
okay,
and it gave me different types of bras.
okay.
So
I wanted to clarify that it wasn't coming from me. I wasn't like knocking your assessment. I was just saying, like, I was repeating it from you. I wanted to make sure that the proper person got the credit. Um,
so there's your answer.
okay, so like a strapless bra.
Yeah.
Notably, it's a bra that would go with a dress, which is why it would probably come up like that. Can I grab? Oh, right, gravel clutter. So only passenger trains, right? No, we have freight. You know, there's plenty of passenger and freight. But a lot more of the passenger is coded because it's easy. And because I can sort of replicate the same schedule over and over again, and I don't have to worry about it breaking down on me. Um, I've never played Farming Sim, and it's one of those games that I am not just not. I don't know. It doesn't grab me. Um, I know it's like super meme worthy, but I've got plenty of other games that are super meme worthy. Um, anyway, let's put the tall grass back here. Maybe not that close to the barn. So we've got these in. This is really kind of uninspired, but I honestly don't have a lot of inspiration, so that's that's the way of the world right now. I just don't feel like doing homesteads and farmsteads. I'm not in the mindset for doing the little detailing. Frankly, I'm coming around to going back to roads and track work. We fixed a pretty good sized thing here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this. Oh God, homestead real. And we're gonna put this here, and then actually I'm going to sort of block out. I'm gonna block out this area here to be forested, or maybe up to here. So I should stage. Okay, God. What is this? This like a dirt track? Like a motocross thing? That's neat. Um, that's not a bad idea to put like over here. Um, behind the roundhouse would be interesting. Or like up here, or maybe back here. So let me just mark this off with uh, sort of like an M, I guess. Um, so we'll figure that out. Again, I'm not inspired for the big stuff right now. Today, I don't know why. It's just not grabbing me. Oh, but you know what we can do? Oh wait, let's not. Let's not do that. Because we have to put in the grass along the edges before we put the trees down. Let's not screw that up for the 100,000th time. So let's not do it right now, but let's go do something else, which gives me enough time to forget that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And then when I come back to it, I'll just make the same mistake again anyway. I can read me like a book. Alright. Let's get some grass done over here so we can start calling this stretch done. And then we can sort of move forward. You know, because the area that we're working on right now is pretty linear, we just sort of need to engage the rack, so to speak. We need to make sure that we are moving forward in a way that we don't have to go back and do something. This was not the right, this was not really the right grass line for this, but alas. It's kind of what we've been using everywhere. It's just, that's a wide area for it. I should have thrown down something else and then done the edges with this. Right tool for the job, you know? Speaking of right tool for the job, I have made no progress on concepting that Minecraft mod since the last time we talked, since last week's under construction. But maybe I can sit down and do some stuff. Well, honestly, I think I am hung up on the math because I need to do a comparison against Railcraft. I want it to be balanced against Railcraft. If anything, I've come around to the idea of I came around to the idea of cabs again, mostly because I wanted to make like steam-powered coaches and that sort of thing. But I don't really want to mess with that. That said, you know, inspection locomotives is the other one that I was thinking of. I like inspection locomotives far too much for for it to be rational. I have a Locodome roster. So one, fight me. Two, I have this Locodome roster, which I think is a no, I think it's a Tin Beetle weight actually. It's a Tin Beetle weight roster, so it's 50,000 pounds of tractive effort total. And it's all inspection engines, and I'm actually pretty proud of it. And I'd like to use it. I think I would get demolished in a KO because none of them survive, but and none of them survive, and most of them are ancient. Like they don't have anything going for them in terms of cool stuff. I mean, as there was the era of the inspection locomotive, and that went right. That ended very early. Tyler even found me another inspection locomotive, with a full stat page, but can't find a photo of it. It was the Terminal Railroad of Louisiana's engine, or the TRRA, which they apparently still exist. They have a kind of cool paint scheme, I think. And because I was trying to look them up, but I was not getting photos of their Mogul inspection engine. Which sadly meant I could not include it in a roster. You'll find a photo of it. Good luck. Okay, so We've notched this little field and this little field on our belt. We don't have to go back to them. They're done. Let's do the edge of this. It's no, sorry. It's the terminal railroad of St. Louis. Um, if I said Louisiana, that was my mistake. I think it was St. Louis. I would have to check again. But it has a full stat page on the loco base, which, again, kind of neat just on its own. I need to go... I'm still planning to go to Vermont early April, and hopefully I'll be able to stop into a library that has a book that might have a photo of a locomotive that we've been trying to track down, which was the locomotive number 1 for the Barre Railroad, B-E-R-R-E. B-A-R-R-E. And it existed in as their number 1 for many years, and then was moved to another locomotive that had a really cute nickname. It's called the Peavine, which was in Upper New Hampshire, I believe. And they were a fairly reasonably well photographed railroad for their size, but they don't have any photos of this thing. I think it was number 6 when it was on the Peavine. At least there are none online. I'd like to go back to I believe it is the Granite Museum in Vermont. They might have details on this locomotive because they sort of live on the railroad that it operated on, the Barre Railroad. I look up Terminal of St. Louis Road. I get a picture of number 5 that I've never seen before. That's cool. At least you got something out of it. I don't remember seeing a photo of number 5 when I was poking around, but if I had, I would have sent it to you. Hi, Lafayette. Who had concrete signal masts? This is a trivia question? I do not know. I know that... I can't remember what it was. I think I was with Weibold, and I don't think we were with Mark. We were with some other folks. We went up to Como. And this was during the Narrow Gauge Convention. We went up to Como, and one of the things that he wanted to show me was that their crossing signs, or like the posts for their crossing signs, are concrete. Wild. For like the CNS or whoever built, or the DSPMP, right? They were making concrete posts. It's so not cheap. It's so like antithetical to everything I knew about that railroad. Anyway, why do you need a museum for granite? All rock is so old, isn't any collection of rocks a museum? Yeah, no, I mean, it's true. It's just, Mason, I'm sure you just walk in and it's just some big rocks on display, and that's it. Like, there's nothing else to it. In seriousness, that area has, excuse me, a pretty substantial history of quarrying granite and marble, which is why it's such a big deal. Okay, so this, I found an 8-wheeler from the Terminal Railroad. An 8-wheeler as in an American type. Not too long ago, actually, not last time TJ was over, but I believe the time before, when we had decided to watch the Two Footers video. Briefly, I put on Heiss's video about the different wheel arrangements, and I did not realize how late, relatively speaking, the white system came into being. I mean, it wasn't late by any real means, but it was later than you might expect. I recommend watching Mark's video on every wheel arrangement. It was neat. My town had CNO signals, I think, near central wintertime, but I think I know which old mast it is. Not this old concrete mast hidden in the trees. If you find out who it is, feel free to let me know, because that is a concrete signal mast is kind of neat. Again, I am always surprised when these railroads whip out concrete for something like this. It's like, it's not a bridge abutment. Why not just get a piece of metal to hold your signals up? Why not get a wooden post? I mean, is a telephone pole too good for you? Uh, we want to be as unenvironmentally conscious as possible. I don't know which is less environmentally conscious, of giant metal beam or concrete. I know that, both have impacts on ecological impacts. Not that a single, not that signal masts are going to be uh, a significant portion of a railroad's environmental impact, but anyway, 260 is in fact a mogul. I think my point is, it feels like a weird decision to me to do a concrete signal mast, or a concrete railroad crossing post, or a concrete, any kind of non-load bearing pole, right? Not that signals are not a load, but they're not much of a load. And I feel like with a post, you want some flexibility, right? Especially with a signal on it. Especially with a signal on it or a big sign on it, right? You want it to be able to flex a little bit. I'm not saying that uh, massive amounts of structural engineering went into the decision to make a concrete signal post, but it's just a weird decision to me. Alright, let's put some grass on top of this road. Let's make it difficult to drive down. Train good, car bad. Alright. I mean, it's mostly going to be tractors driving down this road. But, earlier today I saw someone that had like a Volvo 740 marked up as a tractor and sort of like limited to a tractor. Limited to 30 kph as a tractor, with the big placard on the back like you see on the back of Amish buggies. It's like, what? Who thought this was a good idea? It's like, yes, sir, this is definitely my tractor, and it's a bright red, like, probably turbocharged inline 5 Volvo. Well, if it was a 700 series, it'd be an i4, but yes, make the signal floppy. Don't give in to the November desire to make it more rigid at all times. Okay. What is the environmental impact of burying a tank car full of mystery chemicals when compared to one pole boy? A tank car full of mystery chemicals. I can't remember the last time I was on, I think the last time I was on the bus, there was some mystery liquid on the floor. You always gotta look out for that. Whenever you're doing transit, or even, like, for those who had to take the bus to school, I'm sure you also understand, sometimes somebody spills something, and you're not sure if it's because somebody spilled something or something else happened. And it's just like, I just am gonna stay away from that. And then the bus takes like a sharp turn or goes up a steep hill and it starts flowing. It's like, oh no. It's like the Creep. If anyone remembers the Flash game, Creeper World, it was called. Before creepers were synonymous with oh man, so we back in the mine. It was like this blue goo. I actually downloaded this software called Flashpoint so I could play it again. I don't know why, it just wouldn't leave my brain. Okay, are we reciting Sabaton now? Mr. Friend and I got picked. We both agreed it's likely from the old Lima route, one of the Dayton and Troy Interurban Railroad lines, or New York Central. Can't tell because of the rust and dark. Wait, it's rusty, but it's a concrete post? I assume rebar? Either that or you're having severe concrete issues. Does anyone know what those placards mean? It's entirely vibes. Yeah, I bet it is. It is. It surely is entirely vibes. But yes, I have heard of the Attack of the Dead Men. In fact, I have listened to it live twice. Uh, it has an old rusty wire box on it. Well, you know, those are free. You can take them home. Don't. This is not legal advice. Um, the old rusty metal boxes you find are free. That's what the government doesn't want you to know. No. When urban exploring, take nothing but pictures. Leave nothing. Leave no. Isn't it leave nothing but something? Leave whatever. Never mind. It's not the hazmat placard. It's the shoot. What is it called? It's not a hazmat placard. It is a farm use or whatever placard. It's like the exemption It's what every sovereign citizen thinks they can put on their car. Um, Sabaton is coming back in April, you say? Already got a lot going on in April. Does Gloria have their headphones on? Okay. I expected a reaction. I mean, we do have a lot of stuff going on in April. Sadly, I wouldn't be jumping at Sabaton tickets because I'm trying to save money for Colorado and everything. But man, it's cool to know that they're here. Uh, Too bad we don't like both have birthdays in April or something. Maybe someone could get us tickets to Sabaton for Lafayette's birthday.
Yeah.
We'll take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but drone parts. Yeah, I'm imagining crashing your drone into the side of the thing that you're trying to urbex through. I'm not working the day of the I'm not working the day of the eclipse, dead center of the path. That's baller. Yeah, no, we're going. I would like to go up to Vermont to see it. We'll see how busy it is, and we'll see how busy I am. Annabelle actually, in passing, my coworker who lives up there, offered us the trailer that they bought to stay in. But I don't know if she was serious about that, and I wasn't in the position to sort of question. Um, I mean, either way, I mean, free lodging is free lodging, right? I bet you everything is already booked up there already, and I'm not about to try to book something else. It was just going to be a convenience thing. To be completely honest, it's probably not impossible to do in a day trip. I don't know what time of day the eclipse is supposed to cross, but it wouldn't be as far as Hancock, Maine, and I did that in a day. I wasn't happy about it, but I did it. I don't know what. We don't like know anyone who lives up there that we could stay with aside from Annabelle, and they don't have a house. They have a condo. It's not, you know, and I wouldn't want to impose by asking them to put us up. So it's yeah. I don't know. I want to do it. I definitely want to do it. I mean, it's having an eclipse pass so close to you is a relatively rare occurrence. So I definitely want to jump on that. What's with the random spur? This is a yard lead for shunting stuff into here. I wasn't I was tempted to throw another industry back here, but I don't think I will. Well, maybe I'll put something right behind here. Just right behind the roundhouse. I wasn't sure what I was going to put back there. But yeah, the spur is primarily a yard lead or a I don't know what the name for it is exactly, but it's a tail track, I guess, to use more subway parlance. Everything has a name, you know. In fact, most things have more than one name. The railroaders have, well, there's the official name for it. Then there's like the engineer's name for it. Then there is the railroader's name for it, not including profanity, and then there's the railroader's name for it, including profanity. Um, so yeah, there's got to be at least 4 different names for what that is, if not more. depending on the level of frustration that the railroad is enduring at a given moment. What will the next screenshot competition be? That's a good question. I would like to do one. I mean, I guess we can do another one soon. My hangout, because we did finish Locodome, the Locodome season. Not to say that we won't be doing more. We will be doing more. But the next big event is I'm gonna start working on batch 4 of the trading cards. Buy trading cards. You can buy trading cards at our website, theironhorseman.com. Play with your friends. We did a Locodome in person the other day, and it was actually a lot of fun. It was, I mean, it was the first time I've gotten to play, so it was something that I was very excited for just at a base level, but it was also just very cool. It was a very different vibe. Not having everything in front of me, having TJ running it, so I wasn't focused on that. Uh, it's easy to lose track of the score. It's easy to lose track of stuff. There's a lot you got to keep in mind. I feel like the best players are going to be able to keep a lot of stuff in mind uh, when going through a match. Things like the current score, or at least approximately. The number of markers that you have and that your opponent has. All this stuff is important, right? I had an absolute blast, Mew. I hope you enjoyed as well. I know that it wasn't. In the end, it didn't end up being much of a fair fight. I just, I'm too good at this game because I made it, obviously. But in seriousness, it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. And it's sort of the thing. More than anything, it just made me happy about my roster building. Like I was really happy with what I had put together, and I was pretty happy with 611 as my main locomotive there, as my heavy hitter, as my top end. Sorry. Um, can I send random coordinates? I don't think I need that right now. Thank you though. All right, let's use the brush. Let's go into Surveyor 2 and do the brush. Is 842. I want to see you face Bender or East with that roster. Oh yeah, that would be a trip. I don't know about. I feel like I might be able to beat East. I feel like I maybe could beat East. Um, and I feel like my bottom end is managed decently well. But if East got the better of me, if East got a head, a head in the points, sorry, I would be in for a world of hurt. And I think the fact of the matter is, I think that's sort of how it went in. What in the hell? Oh, sorry. Scrapbook data. How does that look? Let's see. Hey, where'd all my things go? Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I forgot. I need to do the thing. Filters. Ground height. None. Texture. Overwrite. Meshes. Add. Splines. None. Effect layers. Add. Oh wait, no. Overwrite meshes. Overwrite effect layers. I think this should work. Because it's not like increasing the tree density dramatically, right? I mean, the trees were already pretty dense, uh, but oh man, this is so much better. This is fantastic, and that being the edge of where I can do this is so very helpful. And in fact, I think I'm actually gonna have to or want to trim the trees back a little bit. But yeah, this is great. I love this. It's my favorite part of Surveyor 2.0. A bulldozer manufacturing plant. That's what this is needing. Honestly, call it Heermeyer Industries or whatever. Is that was the guy's name? Um, yeah, sorry, Heemeyer. Let me put that in the ideas doc. um, industry ideas. Heemeyer Industries, uh, bulldozer factory. It can take concrete too. Um, bulldozer manufacturing plant goes hard. That's amazing. Yeah. You know, sometimes a reasonable man needs to do unreasonable things. Um, I don't know if I have a bulldozer load. I probably won't worry about like output from there. Okay. Special load DIY tank kit. Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to cut back the trees, but that's okay. Better that than the alternative. Um, God bless him. Okay. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Okay, not small enough actually. Let's get even smaller. Sometimes when I hear any discussion about getting smaller, like it's one of those things. I'm sure you guys have these like trigger phrases, like you're a friggin' a sleeper agent, right? But it's songs. This is how I grew up. No matter what I said, my dad would have a song in the chamber, and he would, like sing a lyric from it or something. Uh, People who know me know that this is an aspect that I've carried on in my daily life, and it's not voluntary. For the record, it's not something that I'm choosing to do. It is. It's just this is what happens to me. This is where the magic buffers are, by the way. Um, Definitely, this is where the magic buffers are. Okay, so and when someone says closer, I think of the it's getting closer together from the history of the entire universe or whatever, uh, history of the whole world or whatever. I think it is. You know the video. Um, but when somebody says like getting smaller, I think of the song "My Trainz," which is a fantastic song. Um, okay, effect layers override. Finish IRL. Please don't build Killdozer 2. This reminds me of a YouTube video where a guy did some speculative engineering to fix the Killdozer shortcoming. Um, the Killdozer was a perfect machine. It had no shortcomings. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, let's make this big. Let's just fill in this area here. Okay. I'm glad I've gotten everyone on the meme train for that video. Okay, we've got to move on and do something else. We've got 10 minutes left in the hour, and I wanted to spend the last hour adding stuff to the documentation. So, yeah. Let's hop back to Surveyor Classic, and let's look for a second at this here, because I love this little setup. I love this to death. I love how crappy this is, and how real it feels, you know? Also, I mean, playing Railroader has helped me understand like the excuses, the the extremely, what's the word? Just like throwing stuff together, right? So this is a water tank. I think I might add a second water tank. Mr. President, I want to put a second water tank over here so that you don't have to back up all the way onto the turntable to get water in your locomotive. Um, it just seems annoying. It seems extra. Why do I have 10 pings? Um, what did... Oh, when did Bender get added to this? Or when did... No, wait. When did Mac get added to this? Oh, there. Okay. I digress. And I just cleared off my things. Uh, Playing RRO made me think of the importance of water towers and detailing. It's the thing is, a lot of these things were thrown down with a certain amount, like a certain degree of foresight. You know, obviously there was engineering and thought that went into it. But like this, for example. I put this here because I thought it was convenient. It's not. It's bad. It should not be there. Um, I might put in a second water tower over here because they might have built the first one and gone, well, wait, that sucks. Don't do that. Um, you know, somebody had an idea, and it turned out to be not a good idea. Actually, this piece of track. Oh shoot, I've made 3. This piece of track is almost too long, right? That's the other problem. And I can't I can't move the coaling tower because I've already built everything else up next to it. It wouldn't help. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to jump back into 2.0 and I'm going to slide these spline points over just the tiniest bit. Like that. Until, I mean, I'm going to do it until it starts looking bad. That's probably as far as I can go before it starts looking bad. But yeah, to come back to my Trainz for a minute, that is, I mean, it's a really funny song. It's a really goofy song. It's done by Lemon Demon, and for those who don't know, like Lemon Demon, you owe that man more of your childhood than you think. Uh, Lemon Demon does all the like really cool parody, like the weird parodies, like not, you know, obviously Weird Al. Weird Al is not Lemon Demon, so not those. But for example, Bustin' and Wow Wow, those are Lemon Demon. Um, as well as, you know, like I say, my Trainz. He also did the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny for the real ones who remember that, and Harry Potter Puppet Pals, which I know, you know, blah blah blah, J.K. Rowling, but that was also a part of my childhood, and I never cared for Harry Potter, but I thought those were hilarious. Um, okay, so we have the second water tower. What else do we have to do? What else can we do in like a short span of time? One of these things was, you know, and part of the stuff that I've been hung up on is sort of a lack of, is a lack of understanding of what my industries should look like. And honestly, these both should come off of here instead of doing this. But, you know, that is what it is. Brody Quest, yep. Oh, you know what actually I should be doing with this? This section here should be double track. Because when you built this, thinking about engineering again, when you built this, you would have wanted to run around at the far end of the whole arrangement. And you're really going to want to run around to do this switching. So, yeah, Neil CC Rega. Sorry, I couldn't come up with his actual name for a minute. I kept saying Lemon Demon. But yes, Neil CC Rega. Okay. Let's do that. And then that. And I need to get more of his tunes. I'm not wrong. It's just not completely accurate. Could have said the man behind Lemon Demon. All right, so we have our very tight crossover here. I mean, this still probably would have been. I mean, if we want to be real with ourselves, I bet to be extra annoying, I should flip this crossover around and make it a little bit longer. To be extra annoying, but also slightly better for track work. And not derailing stuff on the railroad crossing. The railroad crossing. TJ, I saw that you wrote me stuff, and then I clicked on it, like, instinctually, and now I'm gonna forget that you wrote me stuff, so please bother me later. Hey, baby. Did you eat? Oh, good. Okay. I was just making sure you weren't waiting for me. I'm glad. Was it good? Did it come out good? Excellent. I'm so ready for this. I'm so ready for the chicken parm. It's a shame that I will not be eating it fresh out of the oven, because, God, is it good. But, you know. Okay. Matt, I would like... Someone at some point is going to have to explain to me exactly what went on in the Locodome match. And because I just saw all the messages in that chat once again. It just woke up again. That chat woke up again. And what happened? Like, what happened? TJ, I have to say, did an absolutely outstanding job of running the game. At least in my opinion, as someone who has run it way too many goddamn times. But, you know, you don't have to do it right now. Well, you're already typing. You're not going to hear this for another 30 minutes. But you don't have to do it right now. Okay, hold on. Can I flatten this intersection out a little bit? Because it's what on earth? Now lower that back down. That's not right. Oh, never mind. Oh, it's not wrong. Put it back. Go back. Okay, we need to raise these lines into position. Yeah, I was very appreciative for you know, I think that generally speaking, there are no tremendously hideous flaws the in the printable sheets. You know, if you, dear viewer, would like to play Locodome with your friends with cards in person, go ahead and download the printable sheets from the website. They work pretty well. But yeah, I mean, maybe there are a couple of little things that can be adjusted, more room for this or that. But alas, you know, it worked out pretty well for a first time without much proofing. I guess that was the proofing at the end of the day. Organized and scratched with me running a game from a ramen restaurant. Well, my food is in front of me. You guys did it in a restaurant. Topic change. An exciting thing has popped up. Please tell me this is what I think it is. Yeah, there it is. Oh man, I saw this earlier today in Insert Super Secret Discord, and I was like, oh my god, I can't wait till people find out about this. Like, the thing, I mean, I asked where the model came from, right? and I just got told who made it, which I guess I sort of asked the wrong question. My question was, where did it come from, like, in terms of what was it made for, right? Like, I wanted to know, okay, this is a model from Trainz or whatever. I don't know where that model is from. If you know where it's from, please enlighten me, because I want to know, like, what capability exactly this has unlocked. Uh, so Orion, it is the Virginia and Truckee, or sorry, there was a what I should say is Railroader has its first steam locomotive mod. Uh, the temptation to do a modded playthrough gets harder by like yeah, it grows by the day. Like, I don't want to do a modded playthrough right now. I want to beat the game with, like, what it comes with first. But oh my god, it's so pretty. Like, first of all, the locomotive's pretty as hell, and I know that's just a function of the model. But the fact that we can add locomotives now, that's such a big deal. It's a huge deal. Um, does Rare have an SD40-2? I think it's a little early for that. Uh, but given time, I bet we will get them. Given time, because the floodgates, the modding floodgates, are going to burst if they are not bursting already. Um, Now that people know that this is possible, woof. Um, I can't see the railroad thread in the Discord. Hold on. It is under fake model railroading. Uh, Hold on. I'll ping you in it so it shows up for you. There you go. Um, I thought you did it like in a to come back to Matt saying about the hotel room thing. I thought you did it like in the hotel room. Sorry, Matt, about the Logo Dome. Yeah, I thought you did it in a hotel room. I was hoping you did it in a hotel. Doing it in a restaurant in a public place. Honestly, that's kind of rude. I would not have done that. Maybe if I was like at a space where taking up space for several hours is acceptable. Um, but you know, you're taking up space at a restaurant. And also, I mean, I understand that you did it like when you ordered food, but that's even worse. Because now you're trying to eat and do Locodome. It was quiet and went quickly because it was wrong. Yeah, no, it was wrong. When you guys posted the final score, I mean, I'm glad that they were slow. I'm glad that they were slow. Um, when you guys posted the final score, I was just like, how did this happen? How is this the final score? And the crazy thing is, it was not that far off. Like, a game of Locodome ending with that differential is kind of noteworthy. Um, so I was very surprised, for I was surprised for multiple reasons. Um, RO is the exception. Sorry, I'm divorced from the conversation right now. I'm just going on about Locodome. Anyway, I'm just glad it got played. I hope you guys had fun. You accidentally invented Locodome Light. Yeah, I I've been thinking about that in all sorts of manners. How do I make this game shorter? Do we do a 3-card version? Do we do it to 50 points, or to whatever, to 100 points total? That sort of thing. I've never settled on something I like. I genuinely do like the length of Locodome because it allows you to really, pull out all of your locomotives. I think if the game was shorter, right, you would have fewer opportunities to bring all of your motive power to bear, all your options to bear. It devolved into Banner and telling me when they got points and me just keeping track of the points. Yeah, so here's the thing. I'll let you in on a trade secret, right? Um, when I was hosting the bracket, I was not paying attention to the numbers almost ever. Um, what I was doing was listening to people's reactions, and if people sounded excited at the end of a stat, I gave them a point. Basically, I mean, obviously, I had to do a little of, I had to do some sanity checking here and there. I had to make sure that things weren't getting totally out of whack, but by and large, it was just a. Oh, okay. The person that said it more excitedly, they get the point because they just won. Um, but yeah, I feel like the other thing is you did do it off the spreadsheet, and doing that in person, like on your phone, I don't know. It seems like it would be very difficult. It seems like you made things more difficult for yourself. I mean, far be it from you to do that, but far be it from me to do something like that. Let's insert spline point. We're gonna straighten them both. I'm going to smooth ground under selected. There we go. Yeah, feel free to try to game the system by sounding excited. That's actually kind of funny. Okay, let's move this spline point across here. It's already about 5 past 9. I need to get on with the other part of what I have to do, but we'll get to it. I'm actually enjoying this. The fact that we have this passing siding here just makes this whole thing fall into place so much better for me. We need to figure out what industries we have along the waterfront here. And the thing is, it's not going to be. Excuse me, need a stretch. I've been sitting in a chair all day. Not this chair, but. Where's that meme of the guy celebrating in last place when I need it? Yeah. I think. Hold on. East standings. That was probably the Jets this year. And what am I saying? It definitely was the Jets this year. Loco Dome, Vegas. Yeah, no. Okay. So yeah, there were a few industries that I wanted to have here. Munitions factory was one of them. A brick kiln probably isn't. And let's see. I want Bellington and South Bellington. Cement plant, feed mill, bread factory, cannery. Right. We wanted a cannery. And I think that's going to be one of the larger industries along the riverside here. In fact, I might even push out this more to make more room for industry on this side. Clearly an electric car factory, yeah. It's just a question of being able to do certain things. And what I need to do is I need to get all the cars into the spreadsheet, so we have all the commodities, so I can figure out what we're doing, so that I can figure out what these industries really are at the end of the day. And thus, because it all comes back to what we can load into vehicles. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is try to figure out what kind of bridge is going to go here, because I want something kind of stately. Sam Bridge. That is not stately at all. I actually like this, and I would have that in here if this wasn't a main road. This one I think I've used. I used that up here. No, I used it. Where did I use it? I thought I used that one. What is this? Oh, okay. It is the narrow version of that. You know what satellite location you should add in? Yes, I am working in Survey 2.0. Welcome, Jordan Freeman. And I am not exactly an expert in Surveyor 2.0. So, okay, we might use this one. This is bright. Oh my god, this is brighter than my future. Look at that thing. This is, I mean, it's designed for tracks, clearly. I think if I put it on top of the road, it would be too small. Um, but that doesn't mean we can't use it. That definitely designed for tracks. That's not helpful. Um, Columbus Fairgrounds Viaduct. Let's move this out of the way. Let's move it out of the way. Okay. Columbus Fairgrounds Viaduct. Holy Moses. Okay. No, not helpful. That, ooh, this could be genuinely useful along the waterfront, though. There's areas like this in Providence. JR Beam Bridge, something something. Plate girder, build your own bridge kit. I'm not going to bother with that. FMA Steel Arch Bridge. That's way too short. The river, you need a gorge for that. And this is really neat too. This honestly does fit, right? You've got the waterfall right here. And if you're gonna have a big main road cross, maybe that's the one to do it. This does remind me of some mill adjacent bridges, we shall say. Okay. And do I bring this all the way up to here? Is that what I want to do? And then just fill in the other edge with key wall like this? Because I can raise this. Here's the question. What else can I fit on this bridge? Because I might consider, I mean, obviously not using this road spline. But I might consider using one of these macadam roads like this, if I can get one that's a little bit smaller. Let's see. For now, what I want to do is actually extend this all the way to the edge. Okay, so go all the way to the edge of the bridge. And I might even keep the sidewalks up till the edge of the bridge, but I also might not. I mean, this is just about the right size. Let's throw another spline point down here, because if I do this, it's going to be super cursed. And it's going to be extremely anti-pedestrian. Not that that is not par for the course for 1950s. But the thing is, this would have been built before that. I could always put this down and then add sidewalks by hand. Maybe I just have the sidewalk on one side, actually. That might be a way to do it. If I scoot this over to like here. I'm in a truss bridge for a yarn road. I had to use the DL, the 2L, 2LDL0SISH, and then added the lines manually. Oh, that's so much work. I respect you. I am not one for adding lines manually. I'll tell you that much. I'm going to avoid that at all costs. But sometimes that's a solution, you know? Sometimes that is the best way to do it. And honestly, if I cared more about the looks of this route, then we would probably be doing a lot more of that, because I would be doing all sorts of MUTCD compliant stuff. I'd be Mason is what I'm getting at. I would be Mason. And Mason does cool stuff, but I am not Mason. Replace with selected asset. Okay. So let's look at this really quick, because we have this sidewalk that goes right up to the edge. And if I swap this with a 2 sidewalk, it fits. It fits. That's the craziest part. is it fits. Okay. We might want to raise the bridge just a little bit because I don't want to lower the road. How far can I go before it starts looking bad? That far. Exactly that far. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Should you add construction or demolition site on the waterfront just for some character? Yeah, honestly, a demolition of a mill, like an older mill, or especially if one is, say, burned out, very common. You know, mill fires were very common, especially in an era where everything's coal-fired. Um, but even then, you had plenty of mill fires in the days with water power, because the stuff that you're milling is usually very flammable. Milling, let's see, milling cotton, milling grain, pretty much anything you put in a mill. They both create particulates that can be extraordinarily flammable. So mill fires happened a lot. Okay, so part of me wants to bring this wall in to like here, which isn't really kind of me to do, just block off the sidewalk like that. But I've noticed this is no longer straight. That's not good. It's not kind of me to do to block off the sidewalk like that. However, do I care? No. If if I have this side be blocked off and then I switch to a one side sidewalk, maybe that makes more sense. Yeah, this is like a choke point. I actually kind of like this. I do want to use at least this bridge. Let's see. Do we have another bridge that we can throw in? I mean, not this one. I mean, maybe we can do this one, but we've got plenty of actual railroad bridges for that. There's this guy, but this guy's already wide enough. Well, is he though? And then there's this one. This road down here. In fact, maybe this one, because this is such an old one, is going to get the tiny truss, the wooden truss, or maybe that'll be the one up top. Hold on, what do we think? This guy up here at the edge of town, and then this nice metal truss here. Yeah, that could be it. I don't know what this is going to be. I don't know if this is going to be our cannery or what. It doesn't really seem like it has the facilities to be a cannery, but unless we put our loading here and our unloading here and you shove through hoppers. Say you shove hoppers through here, and this tail track, this one right here, is exclusively just for pushing a cut of cars through. That's an idea. We've got these two here. These are things that, I mean, I've started just throwing down buildings without an idea of what's going to go in them. But this is kind of a problem because, I mean, I don't think the cars fit in here. Was the problem was what was hanging me up with this right here. I scooted it over and sunk it a little bit because you couldn't fit a car in there. What about 40-foot boxcar? Oh, okay, never mind. I lied. You can. Black Diamond 1964's Warren Truss Railroad Bridge is a good road bridge if you use the yarn DLs and add the lines manually. Yeah, but I don't want to add the lines manually. Well, I suppose you don't need the lines after all, right? Let's see. Warren Truss Railroad Bridge. Is that the exact name on the DLS? I'll queue it up to be downloaded later. Warren Truss. That's Ben Dorsey. This is BDW. It's BDW. I think I have his bridge. Um, unless, actually, let me go and... Let me go to download station and clear out everything. Sorry, you can't see this. BDW. What BDW things do I not have? Because I should download every single one of them. They're all outstanding. Yeah, so I don't have the Warren Truss, I guess. Um, I'll download all that later because that is a lot of really useful stuff. Okay. So, what I would like to do, and this sort of looks pretty good here. I don't know about you guys, but I think this looks pretty good here. And the rest of this, I'm just not sure about. This large facility being a cannery makes sense. Some kind of sense. This could be a cannery. And then what else do we have? I mean, we've got stuff on the ideas document. The cement plant, we still haven't exact... Oh, the cement plant we figured out, right? Yeah, here's the cement plant. And I've sort of mushed everything together. But it's just going to take aggregate. Like, that's all. It's just going to take aggregate from up the way. Feed mill, bread factory. A shoe factory. I mean, we put in the meat packing plant, right? Put in this is a meat packing plant. This is some sort of leather working place. And then, you know, big textile mill, we need that. There are, I don't want to get too generic, you know? But some things are just going to have to take in general goods. I think on balance, the whole map is sort of balanced with general goods right now. But, yeah. I've been trying to have general goods be sort of the end of the production chain. They don't go into an industry that takes things. They go to warehouses and they go to stores and that sort of thing. But this is also a thing. I don't remember what this was. This is some sort of okay, produces corn syrup. Excuse me, corn syrup tank load and molasses, which I don't think I have a way to carry any of those. This is a grain processing facility, which is delightfully non-specific. And it's just a question of, do I want to keep having industries down here? Because I know my initial plan was that. And I mean, this is just a huge thing. This doesn't have any. No, it doesn't have any like details associated with it. It doesn't process cargo. It doesn't load or unload. But if I wanted to throw that somewhere, I would definitely put it over here. You know, near all the elevators. And we still have to build our freight yard and everything, but we're just not really moving in that direction right now. I want to get the waterfront done first. Okay. Can I throw together another industry while we're here? Before we go off and do the other things. I like this down here. I already said that 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, less. But I don't have, like, it's not fully built up yet, right? This should be here on the opposite end, on the opposite side. So we have our one track that goes down the middle. We have our, which is probably just for storage. We have our warehouse, which says Port Royal Seafood Company, which I don't really think I want this to be a seafood company, but alas. And I will scoot this back. Sometimes you just throw something down, and that becomes your whole world. I mean, sometimes you gotta wing it. And I just did the gamer thing where I like sat forward in the chair. You know, you can see more of my head because that's I know what you came here for. Um, but you know, it got serious. I wanted to get some industries done, so you do the gamer lean forward. Um, let's do this, and then let's actually tuck this into here while we still have room. All right, so like wings and strings. um, does wings stream? I honestly only know them like because of or like you know through Mark, I guess tangentially, and because of well, there's your problem. I've never met them. I would like to someday, like properly meet them, like introduce myself and all that. Because by all accounts, they are a very cool individual. Okay, let's move this to here. See if we can smooth that curve out a little bit. This is unhappy. Why is it unhappy? Because the building is sunken into the ground. Let's bring the building up a little bit. If I raise the build... No, the ground isn't it. You're not unhappy because of the ground. You're just low. Okay, I see. So let's raise the ground just a tiny bit then. Nope, that's too much. Sensitivity, too damn high. Don't make fun of my 5-head. I'll take the lime, thank you. How about a tactical lime? Oh, come on, give me that. Okay, hold on. Let's turn the sensitivity up a little bit. Because the building is floating now. And that's not what I want. I want... Okay. And then let's take this level, this landscape, and shift it all around. Get this level. Beautiful. And now, I mean, I think everything's copacetic. Is this still mad? Yeah. Well, you know what? Stay mad. Switch stand. No, because I actually want to bring the land up to a level where it won't be a problem, and then I actually want to lower this just a touch. I'll have to move this again, but that's okay. I don't want the track to be floating. Oh, are you kidding me? Object does not allow height change. Now it's just being... This is a hate crime. Oh, it's happy now. Well, that's cool. Alright, I didn't expect it to be that easy. And it's just fine. It's all good. I need some kind of platform. I would like it to be a spline, actually. Search filter. We do have to do spreadsheets. I keep saying that, and now I'm distracted. Platform. T-side, 2-track platform. No. Wood platform, no ramp. That clearly looks like it has a ramp. It's just facing the other way. I want something that at least vaguely matches this. What about this one? Yeah, that looks like it could fit. It looks like a pier. Fits the seafood company. Seafood company vibe. Don't tell me that this does not have supports under it. Can I... Damn it. Can I get this, but, like, tall? Ah, yeah, there we go. Close enough. There's a step down. Mind the gap. Okay. So we have a platform now. And you can probably load trucks up against that too if you really wanted to, which I bet is exactly what happens. Okay. We have some sort of thing. Sir, this is a forklift. And I am forklift certified. I want to see if there's something better, like this. Is this too low? That's too low. Where did I get all these platforms? These look like nice platforms. Where did I get them? They're too nice. I should not be allowed to have these platforms. Platform Earth. Wasn't that a... It's like Minecraft Earth? These are way too nice. They're all passenger platforms is the problem. I need a freight platform. I need... Nope, tarmac is too nice. I need something that looks like crap. I'm just pressing up and looking at the image. I guess I see the advantage of 2.0 in this. Loading platform, ice loading, no. 8-meter spacer platform. I kind of like this better. The first one we found, I think, was the best one, but it was too short. So... That doesn't even have sides. I don't know how I would use that, but I'll keep it in mind. In case I need something without sides. Yeah, this is too nice. We need to find something else. I don't care if it's gravel. Wooden cinder platform. Yeah, and this is narrower too, which will help. We just want to load up some boxcars. That's it. Or whatever. In fact, I might even put... Is it worth it to put like a crane here? I don't know what this is going to be. I do not know what this industry is for. Something. It takes something. Maybe this is the bread making place. This makes bread. I don't know. Let's see. We need industry names, too. I know over here is Amron Meat. So Amron Meat Plant, and then this is going to be, oh yeah, FH Tannery. Okay, I named that. I don't remember what I named it after, but that's what it is. It's FH Tannery. This I don't think I gave a name. No. Scenery item, no name. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this could be. I mean, look at all the pipes. I wonder what it's based on. It's got stacks, it's got pipes, it's got blowers. It's incredibly detailed. It's like greebled. Okay, so let's find a name for this. Something bread. You know, it's got to be like Wonder Bread, you know? I don't know. What's a good name for a bread brand? Some local bread brand. You know what? I do have a list of names on the ideas doc, but feel free to pitch. Industry ideas. No. I had station town name ideas. That's Locust Grove. Honestly, there's nothing really good in there. And I'm not even reading a book right. Like, if I were to make a book reference, it would be the same as the Amron Meat Plant. Baby, give me a name of a bread brand. I'm not naming it Bimbo Bread.
There's a bread brand called Bimbo.
That's not. I'm not doing that. Aeolus bread is a good one. We'll go with Aeolus bread. I appreciate you just no hesitation though, bimbo. Tell us how you really feel. Okay. So light and fluffy, you swear you were eating air. Well, I don't want to eat air, I want to eat bread, but yes. This is going to be something metals. Yeah, this is going to be something metals, and I don't know what this is going to be. Some sort of milling company. We need a milling co. Save. Cannery. Save changes. Yeah, I don't know what to put there. This is some sort of like minor textile operation, I bet. That probably just makes general goods or takes in general goods. I kind of just want to call it Sir Handles. It's the thing. Things don't always have names that are indicative of what they do. You know, and I'm trying to. I would like to keep that. I'd like to have that, right? To have that realism. I could name this like Schmodexo instead of Sodexo. Okay, we got to go to the other thing, so let's see how many we can get in 20 minutes. Exit Surveyor. Save. Save. If you guys have ideas for industry names, feel free to throw them my way. We're going to need more of those. We need, you know, some sort of metalworking company, some sort of small textile company that probably makes niche textiles. Maybe just makes like pillows. Allied Metals served by the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. Not an unfair comment. I'm just like, you know, I'm just like looking around the room, like what can I derive inspiration from? There's a little like plastic bear over here. I could call it Ursa Metals or something. I feel like generally, you know, there are more industries than not that by the name of them you're able to tell what they are. But some of them are not so much. I don't know. Because they can be very generic. You can have, you know, allied metals, that sort of thing. I could just do that anyway. Something ironworks, maybe. I figured because they have like the quenching pool outside. Shaw Industries, which is based in Dalton, Georgia, and owned by Warren Buffett. I feel like Warren Buffett gets enough publicity. General Schmelectric. Where's route session? Finch Manufacturing is a good one. I was reminded of that little cast iron loco by your computer. Hold on, let me write some of this down. Bellington, South Bellington. Cannery Bread Factory, which is Aeolus Bread. We will get the other one. We will get the other one squared away. Give me a second. I need to organize my desktop before we come in here and do this again. Okay. Let's Smith. Will Smith? Yes, Will Smith. Shaw's the #1 textile manufacturer in the world. Bennington Precision Tools is a good one. I don't know what I would do with that one, but industries. I need to consolidate this. Um, Industries, because we have a lot of these things down already. Cement plant, feed mill, bread factory, cannery. Get rid of that because we've got that station in place now. Plant, Amarin, meats, and leather working. I forget what I named it already. Oh, I'm hitting end instead of delete. Small metalworks. Let's see. That was there's the threat of something like Westinghouse. Probably not here. I don't know. I feel like Westinghouse is a little too big of a facility for this. Finch Manufacturing. And we'll do it MFG. Bennington Textile Works, I feel like I'm going to leave that one aside for now. I'm not trying to... I mean, we are going to add more industries, but... like Colt, but with a B. Bolt? Kolb. I think we're going to go Kolb. Small metalworks, Finch Manufacturing. Or we'll just go with Finch Metalworks. I like that. A big textile mill. I mean, we could do Burlington something. It's a Burlington coat factory. Actually, Bellington Coat Factory. There we go. Still not sure if we're doing that. I don't want to do like really precise metalworking here. Skill issue tools. Let's see. Cement plant. Firearm munitions plants. Cannery needs a name. And we'll get to some of this stuff later. But lock these away as well. Alright, but we need to do some of this, right? Last time we came through, we went through, I think, this line of cars. Yeah, because this was the last one. We did the paper rolls. Now we need to go through these cars, starting with the 40-foot stock car Chesapeake in Ohio, which means we need to go over. Get rid of that. I was checking on I was making a joke about the Jets. I had to check on it. Not like it's changed, but you know, 40-foot stock car Chesapeake in Ohio #1, which is gonna be. Oh, this is interesting. I think I've sort of messed up the order here because this one, these three should probably be. Well, this one should probably be here actually. Because the space and then the lack of space. Okay, I'm gonna keep checking on this, but just know that I won't be able to really see the live stream chat. Oh wait, let me reorganize. Nope, let me reorganize my screen slightly. You go there, and then you. I will condense down to right there. Okay. So what is next? What did I say? 40-foot stock car Chesapeake in Ohio, 1, and then an ampersand. I'm gonna keep doing that. That's not fun. Okay. Let's make sure this is tall enough. 40-foot stock car, Chesapeake and Ohio, so it's gonna be here. Let's make these columns wide enough that we can actually see what it says. And, alright. So, we gotta get the column in. Come on, keep going. Get the column in here. Gotta clear up these extra marks. And we just need to get this all set up. Units, unites. I'm gonna do that every time. The question is, will I be able to get one done? You know. So what's first? It's only two things. Cattle, which I think we have, but we may not. Cattle. Okay. Oh, we have cattle and cattle invisible. Oh no, we have cows Jersey 01 load. Oh, okay, so we have multiple cattle. This is going to be a max load of 20 at 0, 0. So 0, 0, 20. Oh, sorry. 20, 0, 0. And this is going to be an alternate rail car, which means that I will mark it... Oh, sorry, it's a preferred rail car, so I'll mark it green. 16 cars of corn derailed in Nevada. RIP. Who was it? BNSF or UP? Okay, so that's 1 out of 2. We're halfway through getting the first car. Cows Jersey 01 load. CO. COW. Cows Jersey 01 load. And I think that was the only... Yeah, the only capital was on the first letter. It's going to be this, which is going to be 20, which is going to be 0 and item 1. And this is going to be the only rail car that can carry it, so it's purple. Okay, perfect. I should also have a thing at the end. Is there something at the end here? I should have a thing at the end that marks down what the preferred rail car for all these are. That would be helpful. Okay, next up. So we did that one. We've got to do more of these next time. This freaking pacemaker boxcar, which is a disaster. Mail product. I don't even want to include it, but it has some things. 40-foot boxcar, NYC pacemaker 1. 40-foot boxcar, NYC. Okay, so insert column left, insert column left, insert column right. Let's mark this down. Starting to get out of my mind hungry. Gonna eat soon. End the stream and chow down. I'm so ready. I can make this smaller. Okay. And Mopag is off work. Congratulations. Units item. Okay. Up next, or up first, is mail product. Don't ask me what that is. Product. LM. We don't really have mail, so I, J, K, L, so I comes before L. You have to do it in your head every time. Mail product. I think these are the closest things I have to REA boxcars right now. Mail product max load of 20. So it's 20, 0, 0. And this is the only car that carries these. So it gets the preferred treatment. And we say 20. Okay, next. we've got 10 minutes. Express product. Same deal. E for express product. EX. I think that's, no. It's going to be 2001. Again, new commodity, which would be great if we were messing with passengers right now, because both of these are going to be outstanding. And then baggage with a capital B. The only thing it says on my Tinder bio. It's B-A-R-B. Baggage. Okay. 2002. And there we go. Alright, so we get another one in. Oh wait, we've still got many more. So this can also carry lumber. It can carry 2, which is whatever. We're never going to use these for lumber, as far as I'm ever concerned. Lumber. It can carry 2, and it's queue number 1, and it's item number 0. Which, the fact that it can carry 2, insanely makes it a preferred rail car. So yeah. We're tearing through this. I feel like I'm forgetting something. 16-foot lumber stack can also carry 2. Which, that's all the way at the top. 16-foot lumber stack. It can carry 2 of them. It's in Q1. It is item number 1. Did I mess up that last one? I feel like I messed up that last one. Okay. Next. Fruit canned on pallet. Stop me if you've heard this one before. I'm pretty sure we have this. Fruit canned on pallet, right there. It can carry 20. Carry 20. It's in queue number 3, so it's number 2. And it's item number 0. And because it's the same as the maximum, it is a preferred rail car. Baggage. Again. Carry more baggage. Oh god. Here we go again. Okay, so here's the problem with this. We don't know what load it's going to go into. Not that it really matters, but we've had incidents like this before. I can't remember how I notated it. I think it was something with logs or lumber. Great, this just threw a wrench in the whole operation. Something with logs or lumber. Let's look across here with the lumber loads. No. Was it over at the top, or was it general goods or some such thing? Because I remember having ones that, yeah, there we go. These. So, I can't remember what this, 2 units in that location or 3 in that location. Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit troublesome. Because baggage here, there, and I'm going to have to mark this like this, and it's 20 in 02, or 20 in 2, what, 1? 2, 1 or 2, 0? 2, 1. And then I need the use with caution thing, which is like this orange colored text. Actually, let's see what it was. Oh, it's that one. It's one from the bottom. Yeah, that's too bright. Aspen gold looking. Okay. So we can't really use baggage. In fact, I'm going to... Oh, shoot. Get out of here. I'm going to... Well, I'll leave that as 20. We'll change it. We might change it later. Fruit pallet. Fruit pallet. It's actually exactly the same as fruit canned on pallet. Except it is item number 2. Potatoes bagged on pallet. This is going to be item number 3. So I'm pretty sure we have that as well. P.O. Potatoes bagged on pallet. Item number 3. What's up next? Vegetable canned pallet. This we might actually make use of in this area, but we have it, which is the important part, both for this and our generic boxcar. Mail product. Oh no, again. Oh no, mail product and express product are both in this. Honestly, I don't think it matters. I think it's gonna be fine. I think it's. I'm gonna just say that it's fine. But I will still put the use with caution placard on the other two. Which let me copy this and say. Sorry, I went past one of them. Mail product. Which, okay, it's 200 or 21. What is that? 4. And then we're gonna do that. Oh, and I want to center it, please. I'm just gonna punch in 20 manually. 2000, and then this is 21.5. Oh, sorry, this is 01. And then the other one is, oh shoot. I like the don't show again for 5 minutes. I should be making use of that. This is going to be 01 or 02. I think this is 01. Why does it keep doing that? Go back to the middle. Oh. Oh, weird. Oh, what? Let's see. Mail product was 0. Express product was 1. Baggage was 2. Alright, you are 0. Express product is 1. Baggage is 2. Oh, right. They need the orange text. Orange text. Warning text. Yeah, be careful with those. Okay. Cannot be automatically loaded. Commodity unavailable. Alright, so, next. We have 2 minutes. What are you? I think you're a fairly standard car. I don't know anything in here that we don't have. Hops, oats, soya beans, grain HP, corn, barley, wheat. Why do we have 2 barleys? Doesn't really matter. Vegetable can pallet, potatoes bagged, fruit pallet, flour bag, fertilizer bag, fruit can. Well, do we have the fertilizer bag? I'm pretty sure we have that. I think we've done all these before. Fertilizer bag pallet. And then let's take lumber. This takes general goods. Yeah, I mean this is just an alternate rail car for all this stuff. It has 2 kinds of barley. That's weird, but okay. This one's gonna take a while. This one we're not doing tonight. I'm gonna end the stream because I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm done with this. Let's move these out of the way. And these are the ones we have left to do, and we'll keep chipping away at it. And there's nothing for the Minecraft. I'm not gonna mess with the Minecraft mod. The excitement has waned. I'll let that idea fade into obscurity, and I will see you guys next week. This is the Admiral signing off. Oh, there's so much headroom.